Part 1. You will hear a short pilot message to the controller. Answer the questions according to the spaces provided and box space is limited. Build the answers according to the example. You have to complete your answers within the limited time.
Capital 123, descend to flight level 80. What rate of descent can you give me? We'll descend at 3,000 feet per minute if you wish.
Part 2. You will hear one ATIS message. For each ATIS there are 3 questions. Select one of the 3 possible answers for each question by ticking the appropriate box. You have to complete your answers within the limited time.
Stansted information uniform, time 1250, automatic, runway news 22, runway 22, dry, ground is open, delivery is closed, transition level, flight level 65, expect an ILS approach, surface wind 250, 14 knots, visibility 10 kilometer or more, scattered 2,400 feet, broken 4,600 feet, cumulonimbus detected, temperature +19, dew point +14, QNH 1007.
Work in progress in Apron Alpha, taxiway Juliet, closed between Papa and Alpha.
Acknowledge receipt of information uniform and advise aircraft type on first contact.
Part 3. You will hear 3 communications between pilots and controllers. For each communication, there is 1 question. Select one of the 3 possible answers for each question by ticking the appropriate box. You have to complete your answers within the limited time.
Ground, Dan Air 601. Request pushback from stand 27.
Dan Air 601, hold position. There is a light aircraft passing behind you.
Roger ground, but I've got a slot time of 4-5.
Dan Air 601, the time is 37, runway news 26. I'll push you back in a few moments.
Ground, Dan Air 601. If we don't make this slot time, we've been told to expect a delay of 2 hours.
Roger, Dan Air 601. I'll call you in a few seconds. Dan Air 601, pushback approved. Caution, there seems to be a bus behind you.
Dan Air 601 is pushing back. Ground, Dan Air 301, time check please.
Time 47. Have you got departure information?
Dan Air 301 has copied the data. Do you have my plan for Mallorca? I anticipate an on-time departure.
Affirm. Delays are building up on your route. Are you about ready?
My passengers are just boarding. I'll be ready in 10 minutes. Stand 7. Can you put me on request for a slot after, say, 5-5?
Roger, Dan Air 301, you're on request. Can you make a slot time of 5-2? That is a clearance expiry time of 5-5.
Negative. We now have a catering delay. Put me back 15 minutes past the hour.
Roger, let me know when you're ready.
Part 4. You will hear 3 communications between pilots and controllers. For each communication there are 1 questions. Select one of the 3 possible answers for each question by ticking the appropriate box. You have to complete your answers within the limited time.
Beagle, do you have any traffic in my area?
Negative, nothing known at your level.
There's a 747 just missed us below us. Don't you have him on radar?
Affirm, he's 2,000 feet below you.
Can you check his level? We don't agree on the separation. We've just had to pull up to avoid converging traffic.
There's no reported traffic in the area. Did you see the type?
Probably a heavy jet. I saw it coming up on the co-pilot's windshield. We were so close I thought we were going to hit the tail. We've just had to dive about 1,000 feet to avoid traffic. We spotted it just as we were popping out of the overcast. I must check whether the passengers are all right. I'll call you back.
Roger.
2 passengers have been hurt. We'll divert immediately to Clayton. Request descent to flight level 150.
Part 5. You will hear the communication between pilots and controllers. There are 5 groups of expressions for each communication and you will be asked to find the most correct expression. Choose one of 3 possible expressions. You have to complete your answers within the limited time.
Swissair 807. I say again, Swissair 807. Do you read?
Approach Swissair 807, read you 5.
807. Did you read my previous transmissions?
Negative. London has only just put us over to you.
Detours 461. Turn right heading 020 degrees for spacing. Unidentified traffic 11 o'clock, 7 miles. Height unknown will pass behind you on that heading. When 461 has turned on to 020 degrees, the unidentified traffic will pass behind him.
Roger, approach. We've got him in sight. Looks like a big jet well above us.
461, if you're happy to avoid him visually, you may stay on your present heading. You're number 1 to land.
KLM 507 has the field in sight.
Roger 507, continue visually, keeping clear of built-up areas.
What number am I in traffic?
507, you've just become number 1. Continue approach contact tower on 119.45. SAS 885, you are 12 miles from touchdown, number 2 to land, 10 miles behind number 1. Can you increase speed for a short while?
885, what speed would you like?
Can you give me 200 knots to the outer marker?
885, we'll do our best.
Danair 1001, you're a bit close to the aircraft ahead. Continue heading 350 degrees. I'll take you through the localizer course, and after this slight delaying action, you'll be closing the localizer from the right.
1001 is doing 180 knots. Would it help if we reduced to 150?
A negative 1001, there is further traffic behind you.
Part 1. You will hear a short pilot message to the controller. Fill in the blank fields, answer the questions according to the spaces provided and box space is limited. Build the answers according to the example. You have to complete your answers within the limited time.
Foxtrot Bravo Golf, cleared for takeoff, wind 200 degrees, 8
Part 2. You will hear 3 communications between pilots and controllers. For each communication, there is one question. Select one of the 3 possible answers for each question, by ticking the appropriate box. You have to complete your answers within the limited time.
Sun Air 559 request pushback.
Sun Air 559, there's a 747 to pass behind and park behind. After him, pushback approved.
After the 747, pushing back.
Question. Where is the 747 going?
Sun Air 310, we're having problems with the tow bar. We're waiting for another one.
Roger, Sun Air 310. Call me back when ready.
Question. What is causing problems?
Sun Air 892, we're going to be delayed for a while. The tug seems to have broken down.
Roger, Sun Air 892. Call me back for taxi when you've got it sorted out.
Question. Why will there be a delay?
Part 3. There are 4 groups of expressions for each question. You will be asked to choose the sentences that best describe the photo. Choose one of 3 possible expressions. You have to complete your answers within the limited time. Part 4. You will hear the communication between pilots and controllers. There are 4 groups of expressions for each communication and you will be asked to find the most correct expression. Choose one of 3 possible expressions. You have to complete your answers within the limited time.
Sun Air 367, clear for takeoff. Wind 255 degrees, 13 knots.
Sun Air 367, climb to flight level 270, report we're in reaching. Roger, Sun Air 367, change now to New County Upper Control, frequency 135.9, goodbye.